All right, so we're gonna do number 8 now. 8 is probably not like another 3 or 4 part drawing that we're gonna do. First, I'm gonna start with this base right here, extrude it up, and then I'm gonna create this on the back side, kind of like what I did with this shape right here. All right, so I'm gonna start with this here. So create document ISO 8. And I'm going to create a sketch. I'm going to do it on the top, I think, this time, just to be different. I'm going to create a square using the 2 corners, and that is going to be a length of, oh, I wrote that down wrong. Let me just double check, I guess. So this way, length is 4. Go back to 4 by 3 for the depth, and I'm going to extrude that up a total of 1. All right, so now this is the base that I have right here. All right, I'm going to do the fillets at the end and just worry about doing this part right here next. So again, like we did number 7, I'm going to add it on the back end of it. All right, so I'm going to go back over and I'm going to create a sketch on the back of this here. And I'm going to look at it from the back here. Okay, I'm going to do a rectangle again. I want to make sure I start on this top line because I know it's going to be on the top of that and just go up this way here. Now this has got a total height of 4.5 and the width of it is, I believe, 2. All right, so it kind of looks like that. Now if you notice though, it's not in the center of this here. So what we're going to use the dimension tool to dimension it over. And that's going to be a dimension from right here over. So it's going to be, it should be 1 inch on each side. So I'm going to click on dimension, click on this line. I'll just do this corner here and change that to 1. And there, now it moves it to the middle of our object here. So I'm going to extrude this out. So we notice again it's on the wrong direction. I'm going to click on this arrow, go in the opposite direction. And this has a total extrusion of 1 inch. All right. And before I use the Boolean for, operation to combine them, I'm going to do this top part here as well. So it is rounded, but I'm going to do it as a square. So it is got a circle. This height right here is 2 inches, and it is the same width of that object. So I'm going to create a sketch on this plane and make a square from here to here. We know that dimension is true at 2 inches, and then this dimension here is going to be 2 as well. All right, and the red right here is just showing that it is over dimensioned because we already know that it is 2 inches because we snapped it to that. So I'm just going to delete it so it makes it look not red anymore. And I'm going to extrude this out a total of 1 inch as well. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine these parts together. So I'm going to use the Boolean operation here and I'm going to highlight this whole thing, or select one part and the other part, I guess would be the easiest way, and click check. So now it is one whole part. So now we just need to work on adding the fillets and making this rounded. So what we are going to do with that, all right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a fillet onto this right here to make it look the rounded circle shape here. So this whole circle has a diameter of 2, so my fillets are going to have a radius of 1. So I'm going to click on the fillet tool. I'm going to select each edge here. So that edge, this bottom edge right here, and then this edge as well. Okay, again, the way I'm moving this around is I'm using the right button and moving it around. I'm holding down the right button on my mouse to do that. So I'm going to change my radius to 1 and click check, and then boom, there is our face, that how it should look. All right, now the rest of these fillets, I got 2 in the corners right here to match this right here. It does a 1/2 inch fillet, and then this fillet right here as well, which I believe is also 1. So let's do that one first. So I'm going to click again on fillet, click on that edge, move to this other side, and that edge. I'm going to change that to a 1 and check. So that looks right. And then I'm going to do fillet again. I'm going to click on this edge and this edge here. Change that to 0.5. Check. All right. So we got all our fillets down. They're all looking right. So now what we got to do is add the 2 circles. So this circle, this hole, and this hole. This one is directly in the middle of this, and this one is 1 inch up and right in the middle of it here. So I'm going to create a sketch first on this face, and I'm going to put a point directly in the middle. So before that, we used to just have to click somewhere in dimension, and with this, since it's a circle, we can have it snap right to the center point. So I have the point there. All I need to do now is click check here and create a hole, and click on the point for the hole, and this hole's got a diameter of 1, so it's already set at 1, and I'm going to go through, and it should be going all the way through the part. If we look at it, it is, and click check. Then I'm going to create a sketch on this bottom one right here to add the other point for this other hole. So I'm just going to click it right here in the middle. I'm going to click on dimension from the side here, which should be 2, because that would put it right in the middle, and then dimension from here to here, which puts it at 1. All right, click on the check and make a hole using this point. This has got a diameter of 1 going through, and for some reason it is not liking the geography. So if you get something like that, it looks red right here, we're gonna go back to our sketch, and it's because this right here is saying it cannot be solved. It's too over constrained. So we already know it's 2, so I'm just going to delete that dimension, and it should be good to go. Click check, and we're going to have to redo our hole. So I'm edit. I'm going to click on my hole, my point, to make the hole. Okay, so I just deleted my hole. I left my sketch as it is. So I'm going to re-click on hole. I'll click on point, and it's saying merge scope. This right here is because I need to select the face I wanted to go through. So that's why I was coming up red. So all I did was click on where it said merge scope and click on this part, and it recognizes that it wants the hole to go through that part. And now I'm going to click check, and now my part is done. So that is ISO number 8.